I guess then in terms of the key actions, what does this mean for HR teams now? Well, like I said, 2026 is the preparation year. So your key priorities should include reviewing your probation process and your dismissal process and your capability policies, whatever you might have, in light of the 6-month unfair dismissal protection and the uncapped compensation. And consider, like I said, if anyone is joining in June, that they will have that 6-month service come January when this legislation comes in place. You want to make sure that your managers are fully equipped with the change, aware of the changes, but that they have the tools to be able to manage probation and performance. And to make sure that those are properly monitored as well. You don't want any kind of slippage where someone kind of goes over that piece. If you have 0-hour contracts, sorry. Yeah, this is in the more to explore. But if you have 0-hour contracts, like I said, this is an opportunity to review and make a bit of an audit and a suggestion for how you will kind of manage those workers moving forward. And the fire and rehire, as Caroline said, this is kind of something that we need to be making sure that you've got a robust process for when you're changing terms and conditions and basically planning and preparing because your risk profile is changing as you go into the new year. Next slide, please. And then when it comes to flexible working, again, a refresh on policies and training managers on fair decision making. Develop your kind of gender equality action plan, especially if you are in the group of people that have to do gender pay gap reporting. That's on the 5th of April every year. So obviously this is maybe if you wanted to be super proactive and do that this year, that would be brilliant. But it's likely to come into play much more stringently next year and introduce kind of menopause support policies, frameworks to kind of support people going through that. You need to make sure that your policies are updated. So for pregnancy loss and bereavement leave and industrial relations, if it does apply, just review your union access rights and collective engagement process and make sure again that your managers are trained. And collective redundancy, if that's something that you think is going to be happening in the next 12 months, being well prepared, planning backwards, making sure that you have your timelines established, your communication timelines established, because it's much better to start in a collective redundancy framework than to shift into it because the number of people you expected to make redundant has suddenly changed. So just things to prepare for and consider as we move into, through this year and start planning for next.